training, so let's get straight into it. Who's holding the microphones? Can we get started?
Yeah, so a lot of questions are going to be asked about India, I think. Can you talk about your strengths, which you think that you can, which can be effective against India day after tomorrow?
Yeah, look, firstly, it's obviously a big pleasure to be part of the finals. I know the team's very excited to get underway in a couple of days, and obviously to play at this ground. I've had a few games here, and it's a pretty spectacular crowd. So from our point of view, we've been playing some great cricket. Looking forward to getting underway in a couple of days.
Loki, it's the fifth consecutive semi-final appearance that's going to be happen tomorrow for New Zealand. So what is it that makes New Zealand such a contenders every time they turn up for global events? Because bilaterals in the last 4 years, they've lost in India, you've lost in Australia and Pakistan and England bilateral series. But what's it that makes New Zealand such a strong contenders when it comes to World Cups?
I don't know. I think, yeah, I'd love to know. Certainly from our point of view, when we start the competition, much like every other team, we're here to win it. But of course, we know there's a process, and I think certainly within our team, we've played a lot of cricket together for a long period of time. So we sort of stick to our processes, and I know it sounds cliche, but I think it keeps us sort of level-headed. And naturally, as Kiwis, we tend to stay where our feet are, which I think is a positive. But yeah, we look forward to big tournaments. Obviously, this one being in India is pretty spectacular with the fans, the support. We've been loving seeing all the New Zealand jerseys around too, so that's certainly helping us.
Yep. Hard work, preparation, planning, everything is fine. That is the major chunk. But the small part of luck, how important is that?
Is luck? Once again, probably above my pay grade. But yeah, certainly, every team here is working extremely hard. It's international cricket, and it's as good as it gets. So we've played some really good cricket along the way, and we've had times where we, I guess, from your point of view, have had a little bit of bad luck. But at the same time, it doesn't matter now. We're in the knockout stages, and certainly looking forward to a big game in a few days. But yeah, once again, it's just nice to play here in India with the fans. The support we've had both back home and in India has been fantastic.
You are in 2019 World Cup. So do you think so there is going to be any psychological advantage for you? And the second part is you guys have missed Matt Henry now. How you guys are going to finalize your playing 11 with fast bowler like you, Tim Southey and Trent Bolt?
Yeah, look,
because you are not looking so good as you were with Matt Henry.
I think we look good here. Matt Henry's obviously a big hole in our side, and we're still a handsome bunch without Matt Henry. So I guess I'll take that on the chin. But no, from a cricket point of view, Tim Southey brings a lot of experience, obviously being captain of the Test team, captaining T20s and one days too. So I think that experience counts for a lot. He's also played a lot in India, which is great too. So obviously, pretty disheartened with how Matt Henry exited the World Cup, which was such a shame. We know how injuries always come at the worst time, but no doubt he'll be supporting from back home, and Tim Southey's raring to go. So once again, looking forward to it.
Lockie, would there be a preference to bat first, considering how the new ball has behaved throughout this tournament at almost every venue under lights? How the ball has, would there be a preference, and you being a fast bowler, would you rather enjoy more if the team that wins the toss, if it is yours, if they bat first?
Yeah, look, I think the stats are probably favouring batting first, but at the same time, it's A, not up to me, and B, we have to play the game on the day. So whatever it might be, bat or bowl first, we've got plans for that, and it's important to stick to them. Obviously, nice to bowl under lights, and always from a bowling point of view, nice to see when the ball does move around a bit and brings us into the game. So we'll just have to play it as we see it come game day, but looking forward to it.
I'm not sure where the mic is, but it's got
Lockie, your views on the Indian pace attack and how they have gone through the tournament. Bumrah, Shami, Siraj. You played a lot with Shami. So your assessment of the Indian pace attack?
Yeah, good attack. I think you'd probably struggle to make knockout stages without a good bowling attack, and obviously nice for India to have Bumrah back from injury. It was a tough one for him, but obviously he's back to his great self. But yeah, look, it's a strong attack. I think all four teams in the sort of knockout stages have got a very good pace attack, of course with good spinners.
Lucky Rachin Ravindra had been a phenomenal success. So did you guys actually expect him to be such a big hit, or just it is a huge bonus for you, with the bat in particular?
Yeah, good player, right? Yeah, very good player. No, I've sort of seen Rachin progress from domestic stages and played some New Zealand A games with him. And I think probably on and off the field, he's got an exceptional attitude, the way he goes about life, but especially with his cricket. He's a huge fan of cricket, but also works hard extremely on his batting and bowling. And he's been a huge part of our team throughout this World Cup. So when you have a team member, I guess, who everyone loves so much, and then he does really well, then you tend to enjoy that even more. So I know he's really looking forward to the event coming a couple of days' time, but it's been awesome to see him develop through this World Cup.
Lockie, talking about this venue, the matches has been very high scoring in small ground. Is this a concern for you as a fast bowlers? Because almost 350 runs has been scored in every match.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Indian grounds have been high scoring, but that's just the nature of, I guess, one-day cricket in this part of the world. But from our point of view, it's, I guess, trying to understand what the pitch will be like and try to read what a good score on it is, because, of course, those big overs, 10 runs here, 10 runs there, can cost you at the back end of the innings. So from a bowling point of view, we're trying to, I guess, shut down those big overs, try to understand what we think is a good total on the score. So it's an experience thing, it's an assessment thing. The pitch will be different again. That's the joy of cricket, I think. We play on a different pitch each time, so it's hard to read 2 days out. But from our point of view, yeah, we've got to adapt as quick as possible come Wednesday.
Hello, Lockie.
Sure.
Of all the teams that have played India so far, you guys have probably pushed them closer than anyone else. What was your takeaway from that game, and where do you feel you need to have to improve to get past them this time?
Yeah, look, it was a hard-fought game. I thought batters batted extremely well to get a great total on that. And of course, with one-day cricket and playing against India, there's a lot of ebbs and flows. So I think it's not going to be any different come this game. We've just got to tighten up as much as we can. I guess can't really provide much more information than that, but I guess just as I was saying earlier, just adjust to the wicket, see what we think will be a good score and do our best to defend it. And if we bat first, try to put runs on the board, which we think will be a good score to defend.
Hi Lockie, New Zealand made a fantastic start. You won the first 4 matches, however you went on to lose the next 4, but again you made a good comeback. So during the loss, what was the discussion in the change room and how did the team bounce back?
Part of tournament cricket, I guess, and certainly World Cup cricket. Every team we play has an exceptional team and have done their homework, done their scouting, and we had a couple of close games, I guess, that didn't quite go away, and a rain-affected one, and I think that's the joy of tournament cricket, and nice to bounce back in our last round robin to find ourselves here. But I guess from our point of view, those 9 games have got us to this position, and we kind of all start from zero again, so come Wednesday, it'll be a good challenge.
Loki, given knowing what happened 4 years ago in a similar match, a World Cup semi-final between India and New Zealand, and India losing India suffering a very heartbreaking loss. Would you think a word like revenge would exist in the world where New Zealand are the nicest guy in the cricket field, and teams possibly cannot have any feeling of revenge against you guys? What will be your take on that?
Sorry, the last couple of sentences, can you just repeat that? Sorry.
My question is, it's a similar setup given to what happened 4 years ago in India suffering a heartbreaking defeat in the World Cup semi-final in Manchester. Would you think, given your image of nicest guys on the field, would any side come at you with the feeling of revenge per se? I know it's a word with a very negative connotation.
Look, I think from your guys' point of view, it's I guess your job to write stories like that. But from our point of view, I'm not sure I can comment on that. But at the same time, look, yeah, 4 years ago was a pretty spectacular game over 2 days. I've never played a one-day game over 2 days. It was literally not even in the title. So I think playing that game was pretty incredible and obviously very pleasing for us at the time. But 4 years have gone past. We've played a lot of cricket in between, and both teams, I'm sure, are raring to go come Wednesday. But yeah, I'm not sure to your question earlier.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.